For my money, this is the best Subaru you can buy. And I've held that opinion since it was first called the XV Crosstrek back in 2013. You can think of it as a bite-sized Outback. And now you can have one in sport trim with a more powerful engine.
With a starting MSRP of $23,295 including destination, the Crosstrek is one of Subaru's most affordable cars. It's got nearly 9 inches of ground clearance, standard all-wheel drive, of course, and returns about 30 mpg while delivering a nearly 500-mile driving range. And it's the only small sport utility with four-wheel traction to still offer a manual transmission, though it comes with a major mileage penalty. No manual here, however. This is the new Sport trim, introducing Subaru's largest engine to one of their smallest vehicles. Subaru offers nothing but 4-cylinder engines, and this 2.5-liter Boxer makes its debut on the Sport and Limited grades. It takes horsepower from 152 in the base 2-liter engine to 182 here, combined with an equally sizable jump in torque to 176 pound-feet. So this is not the equivalent of Dodge offering a Hellcat option, but for Subaru, this is big news. And beyond being known for all-wheel drive, boxers, and dogs, Subaru is also a CVT brand. They call theirs Lineartronic, and indeed it's pretty darn linear, leaving little to complain about. And this one even has paddle shifters, which work surprisingly well to mimic an 8-speed dual clutch. It's quick to react and fun to play with. Now, you might think all of this talk is nonsense and what amounts to a jacked-up wagon, but the Crosstrek's best-kept secret is how fun it is to drive. If it didn't have these Geolander tires, it would really carve up a back road. But this sport model is for the weekend warrior. Bikes, dogs, kayaks, and as such needs to be able to get to out-of-the-way places.
As we've come to learn, the name Sport rarely means what you think it does, and that holds true here. Sure, the newly available 2.5-liter engine adds some welcome power, a want of almost every Subaru I've ever driven. But this here is really more about the look. The dark gray wheels, the unique grille, the yellow accents, the faux carbon fiber. And there are 2 settings here for X mode to be used in low-speed off-road maneuvers in deep snow and mud. The ride quality is exceptional, and torque vectoring makes this car surprisingly agile, and the powertrain is as smooth as butter. It's actually a very entertaining drive. And then when it's time to hit the trail, you know you've got the ground clearance and the best all-wheel drive system in the biz to get you through.
It can't be overstated how Subaru's all-wheel drive setup is just better. That whole symmetry thing they like to promote, thanks to the engine's horizontal piston layout, is the real deal, and works here with the ability to lock all 4 wheels in 2 stages of off-road difficulty, like a 4-low setting in a 4x4. The raised suspension with Subaru's soft Stablix dampers, combined with great steering feel, comfortable driver's seat, and excellent visibility, make the Crosstrek more of a driver's car than you would ever imagine. The engine is spunky with its sport mode, and the 2.5 actually gets better highway fuel economy than the 2.0, rated here at 34 mpg.
My biggest knocks against the Crosstrek are 1, the really noisy cabin. I mean, you've got to crank the sound system to overcome all of the road noise. And 2, the patina of aged design and cost cutting that kind of plagues all Subarus. At $29,000, you have got to be kidding me with the halogen lighting. Instead, Subaru likes to talk up this high-power LED area cargo light.
Starlink is a solid touchscreen system, and this new recycled seat fabric called StarTex is a green addition that plays nicely into Subaru's ethos. But the cubby for your smartphone is too small. There's no height adjustment for the passenger seat. The enhanced EyeSight system includes adaptive cruise with lane centering, but no real stop-and-go functionality for rush hour traffic. And the rear seats feel like an afterthought, with no centralized air vents, no USB connection, only 1 seat back pocket, and not even an armrest. There's decent space in here for sure, but if there's one thing that brings the Crosstrek down a notch or 2, it's penny-pinching stuff like this. Still in all, for $29,145 as tested, this is the Subaru that best represents the brand. It's my favorite because it's Subaru to the core. For TestDriveNow.com, I'm Steve Hammis.